Have you ever wondered how easy it is to grow big and sweet watermelons at home? Indeed, the magic of nature can unfold right in your backyard, with the simple act of planting a seed. Today we're diving into the world of homegrown watermelons, a journey that promises the sweetest of rewards. The allure of homegrown watermelons is manifold. Apart from the obvious freshness that comes with fruit straight off the vine, the taste is something to be relished. Every bite bursts with natural sweetness, untouched by artificial preservatives or flavors. The cost-effectiveness, too, is a significant perk. Imagine having a steady supply of watermelons right at your fingertips without the price tag of store-bought ones. Besides, there's an unparalleled joy in harvesting your own food, in witnessing the fruits of your labor, quite literally. So, are you ready to transform your backyard into a watermelon paradise? Let's dive in. The journey to a sweet watermelon starts with the perfect seed. Now you might be wondering, how do you select the perfect seed? Well, there are two main types of seeds you'll come across: heirloom and hybrid seeds. Heirloom seeds are traditional varieties that have been passed down through generations. They're cherished for their taste, hardiness, and adaptability. They're a great choice if you're looking for a nostalgic classic watermelon flavor. On the other hand, hybrid seeds are a result of crossbreeding two different varieties. These seeds often carry the best traits of both parents, which can mean better disease resistance, higher yields, and sometimes, even sweeter fruits. When buying seeds, choose reputable sources. Look for seeds that are plump and free from damage. Once you've got your seeds, store them in a cool, dry place until you're ready to plant. Remember, a healthy and sweet watermelon starts with a great seed. Now that we have our seeds, it's time to prepare the perfect bed for them. Soil preparation is the unsung hero of gardening. It's the foundation of your future juicy watermelons. The right soil conditions can make the difference between a good harvest and a great one. So let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. First things first, we need to check the soil's pH level. Watermelons prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil with a pH between 6 and 7. You can use a soil pH test kit, readily available in gardening stores, to check the pH level. If your soil is too acidic or alkaline, don't worry. Adding lime can increase the pH, while sulfur can lower it. Remember, adjusting the pH is not an overnight process. It may take several weeks or even months, so plan accordingly. Once you've got the pH sorted, it's time to enrich the soil with organic matter. Think compost, well-rotted manure, leaf mold, or green manure crops. These additions not only feed your watermelons with nutrients but also improve soil structure and water holding capacity. Aim for a good 6 inches of organic matter on top of your soil. Now here's a little trick. Instead of flat beds, create mounds for planting. These mounds, about 2 to 3 feet apart, help with drainage and heat retention, both of which watermelons love. Each mound should be about a foot high and a couple of feet wide. These little hills are going to be the cradles for your watermelon seeds. So there you have it. You've just created a fertile, well-drained, and warm bed for your watermelon seeds. This soil preparation stage might seem a bit laborious, but trust me, it's well worth the effort. Because well-prepared soil means healthier plants, and healthier plants mean bigger, sweeter watermelons. With our soil ready, we are one step closer to enjoying juicy watermelons. Now comes the exciting part: planting the seeds. So you've got your seeds and your soil is ready. What's next? Well, it's time to get those seeds in the ground. The process of planting is simple, but there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, let's talk about depth. A good rule of thumb is to plant your seeds about 3 times as deep as the width of the seed. For watermelon seeds, that's generally around 1 inch deep. Now don't go getting out your ruler. This isn't an exact science, just a guide to give your seeds the best chance of sprouting. Spacing is also important when planting. Watermelon vines need a lot of room to spread out, so make sure to leave about 4 feet between each seed. This will give your plants plenty of room to grow without crowding each other out. Once you've got your seeds planted at the right depth and spacing, it's time to give them a good soaking. Water is crucial in the early stages of growth, but be careful not to overwater. The soil should be moist, but not waterlogged. A good way to check is to press your finger into the soil. If it feels like a wrung-out sponge, you're good to go. Sunlight is another key factor in the growth of your watermelons. These plants love the sun, so make sure your planting area gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. If you're growing indoors, a sunny window or grow light can do the trick. And there you have it. Your seeds are in the ground and ready to grow. Remember, Growing watermelons is a labor of love. It takes time and care, but the reward is well worth the effort. And now all we need is a little patience as we wait for our seeds to sprout. Growing watermelons isn't just about planting and waiting, it's about caring. Picture this. You've planted your seeds, prepared your soil with utmost precision, and now you're waiting for your watermelons to sprout. But here's the thing, friends, your job isn't over. It's time to roll up your sleeves and dive into the world of nurturing. Watering, weeding, and fertilizing are the trifecta of watermelon care. Regular watering, especially in the early stages, is crucial. But remember, it's not about drenching the soil. We're aiming for a nice, even moisture. As for the frequency, once a week should suffice, but always check the soil's moisture level. If it's dry 2 inches below the surface, it's time to water. Now let's talk about weeding. Those pesky weeds can be a real nuisance, stealing nutrients from your watermelons. Regular weeding keeps those nutrient thieves at bay, but be gentle, you don't want to disturb the roots of your watermelon plants. Next up, fertilizing. A balanced fertilizer, something with equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, is what you're looking for. Apply it when you see the vines start to ramble, then repeat every 3 weeks. Pests and diseases can wreak havoc on your watermelon plants. To protect your plants, scout regularly for signs of trouble. Look out for holes, spots, or anything unusual. If you spot trouble, don't panic. There are plenty of organic solutions available to tackle these issues. Now, on to pruning. You might be wondering, why prune a watermelon plant? Well, pruning helps direct the plant's energy towards growing the fruit rather than unnecessary foliage. When your plant has 2 or 3 fruits, start pruning the ends of the vines. This will encourage the plant to focus on growing those big, sweet watermelons we all love. With proper care, your watermelons will grow big and sweet. Now, who's ready to grow some watermelons? The wait is over. It's time to harvest your watermelons. Now that you've nurtured your watermelon plant with all the love and care it deserves, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But how can you tell when your watermelon is ripe and ready for harvesting? There are a few telltale signs to look out for. One of the first things to check is the tendril. This is the curly little pigtail sprouting from where the fruit stem meets the vine. When your watermelon is ripe, the tendril will dry up and turn brown. If it's still green, your watermelon might need a little more time under the sun. The second sign to check is the field spot. This is the side of the watermelon that's been resting on the ground. When your watermelon is ripe, this spot should be a creamy yellow color. If it's white or green, your watermelon isn't quite ready yet. Lastly, give your watermelon a good knock. A ripe watermelon will have a deep, hollow sound. If it sounds dull, your watermelon is overripe. If it sounds high-pitched, it's underripe. Now on to the harvesting part. You've been patient and your watermelon is ripe and ready. But there's a method to this madness. To avoid damaging the fruit or the plant, it's best to use a sharp knife or a pair of garden shears. Cut the fruit from the vine, leaving about an inch of stem on the watermelon. This not only makes it easier to handle, but also helps prevent rot and extends the shelf life of your watermelon. Remember, watermelons don't continue to ripen after they've been harvested, so timing is everything. With these tips in mind, you're well on your way to harvesting your own homegrown, big and sweet watermelons. And there you have it, your own homegrown, big and sweet watermelons. Enjoy! Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The link are in the descriptions. See you next time.